looking to get off to a fast start, as is Penn State. We mentioned that 3-game slide coming in. They are in the heart of the Big Ten schedule. Here is Lee with a little running room, gets it out past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Be able to wear mistakes and keep going. Been a little hard on himself this year.
Clifford set to throw and overshoots DeAndre Lambert-Smith.
They have a lot of different guys to choose from and only one football, but they really want to get that run game moving a little bit.
Clifford set to throw on 2nd and 10, pressured, has to get rid of it. 3rd and 17 after a loss of 7. Maryland bringing 4, time for Clifford, and off the hands of Parker Washington. Excellent start by the Terps. One of the things they're looking for, the Jordan Stout punt. Tahib still calls for the fair catch. Tagovailoa set to throw on the first offensive play of the game. That is Marcus Fleming, the freshman for Maryland this year, still trying to get it going at the running back position. Tayon Fleet-Davis, and then Carlos Carrier at wide receiver had a monster game last week, as that's complete for the first down. Speak of the devil, there is Carrier making the catch.
He really broke out, Carrier did, last week against Indiana. As you look at this excellent Penn State defense, Izzard has been great. The linebackers fabulous. Maryland running some pace here.
Set to throw again. That's Rakim Jarrett. And now we see a run, a tough run for a couple of yards. Jahan Dotson. Tagovailoa, a perfect 3 for 3 so far. Working out of the shotgun again. Comes the pressure, gets it off. And that is Fa'amatau. Speed in the secondary. Obviously, the second level of that defense, those linebackers are just all over the place. And here is Tagovailoa.
Just pulled the trigger on a quarterback run in the first series.
3rd and 3 from the 18. Trips left for Tagovailoa. And he is pressured, flag down, just chucks it up, tries to get rid of the ball.
78. That penalty is declined. Intentional grounding. Number 3. Lost it down at the spot of the foul. 4th down.
Forced to punt after being in field goal range. Ball bounces at the 2-yard line, tipped out. Started the season 5-0, made it to as high as number 4 in the rankings. And since then, they have lost 3 in a row. Clifford set to throw. Did he stay in bounds?
Clifford tried to go down the field, almost got picked.
Love it. With the carry from Maryland, great pursuit. Great movement there defensively by Nasili Kite. 3rd and 14. Lovett still in the game of running back. Clifford off the mark again, and he was looking for Lovett. Jordan Stout out one more time. The second straight 3 and out to start the game for Penn State. Tarib still again calling for the fair catch.
See if he gets pushed here.
There's no foul for kick-catching interference.
Yeah.
The player was blocked into the receiver. During the return, or during the kick, illegal block in the back. Return team number 37.
Jahan Dotson in the backfield once again, gets the carry, and you can see that Penn State defense so stout up front. Quick pass from Tagovailoa, complete out to the right side, picks up a couple.
Creates a more manageable 3rd down.
Pressure coming from Penn State. Tagovailoa gets rid of it, tipped. Pecorello onto punt again for Maryland. And Penn State driven back inside the 20. Here is Jahan Dotson, and he returns it out to the 25, who can help them move the football. They want balance, and they're not going to be able to do that without a running game. Keeping it on the ground to Kevon Lee, and he's not getting a whole lot here. Gain of 1 for Kevon Lee. Brings up 2nd and 9. Clifford climbing the pocket. lofts it up, and it is complete. 30-yard completion, the longest gain of the day for Penn State, keeping it on the ground with Lee. 2nd and 4. Clifford, left side, has a man open. Touchdown, Penn State. And who else? Jahan Dotson. Stout on for the extra point. One thing when you watch Dotson you notice is that everything seems effortless. That route was 38-yard touchdown catch from Dotson. 4-play, 75-yard drive. 2 of those plays 30 minutes or so. Tayon Fleet-Davis in at running back. Tagovailoa out to the right side. Complete, shakes a tackle. Marcus Fleming picks up 5 when it's all said and done.
They like their perimeter matchups, and they expect to have a breakout game from any number of their wide receivers today.
Tagovailoa fakes the handoff, and it is a very quick pass.
They did a good job of making that a horizontal play and not a vertical play.
Bunch formation to the top of your screen on 3rd and 5. Plenty of time. Maryland again running tempo. Tagovailoa to throw. Going deep. 2nd and 10 from the 39. Quick pass to Rakim Jarrett.
So fast with the closing speed.
Tagovailoa sacked. 3 wide receivers for Talia. Pressure coming off the edge again. Eludes the tackle. Still looking downfield. Flag down.
It's mistakes.
Offense number 65. That penalty is declined. 3rd down.
3rd and 18 now for the Terps. From their own 42. Quickly dumped it off. And tremendous defensive play. Dotson lets the ball bounce and into the end zone. And trying to establish that run. 114th in the nation in terms of rushing yards per game. Just under 110 for Penn State. Quick pass to Kane. Kane has some room on the left sideline. 1st down, Nittany Lions. 16-yard gain for Kane, his 13th catch of the year. Here is Kane again, putting his head down. Tough run, and when you again, Kane. Fresh set of downs from the 48. Maryland bringing the pressure again. Dump off to Kane. Play clock now inside 3 seconds. And again, Kane. After the gain of 5, they're on the 42-yard line. Parker Washington, the man in motion. Pressure again coming. They get it off. Nice one-handed grab by Noah Kane.
As James Franklin discusses what they want to do to start the 2nd quarter.
Overall numbers, 7 of 11, 86 yards, and a touchdown for Clifford. 3rd and 6 for Penn State. Complete. Dotson, tackle made quickly by Jacorian Bennett. And analytics say you go for this. Looks like a little wildcat formation. It was a direct snap.
Northern Arizona roots for his playing career.
Lumberjacks.
Flagstaff.
Fleet-Davis. Nice cut back inside.
Fleet-Davis, this is his year. If he's healthy, he's got the wiggle and the speed.
For a new destination. 1st down. Tagovailoa. Fleet-Davis. Nowhere to go. Fa Matau checking back in the game for Maryland. 2nd and 8. Time for Tagovailoa over the middle. Unable to make the catch. Marcus Fleming had it in his hands and couldn't haul it in. 5-man rush, almost delayed blitz from Penn State. Pass falls incomplete. Here comes Anthony Pecorello again. And fair catch called for by Dotson. And they go to the air once again. Lovett on the catch, tries to elude Jordan Mosley, unable to do so. Short gain. Clifford keeps it himself. Parker Washington, the other man in motion. Pressure coming to Clifford, unloads it to Dotson. Dotson out past the 30.
Corey Coley Jr. He never actually gets to him. It's Mosley that runs him down.
Dotson again. Pressure coming. 4-man rush from Maryland. Clifford unloads over the middle. Clifford operating from the 46, rolls to his right. And what a hit. Two guys that he really leans on. They have been the most steady players in that secondary.
Late game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
Two wide receivers to the left, two wide to the right for Clifford. Clifford flushed out of the pocket, floats it up over the head of Dotson. Spent so many Saturdays as an assistant coach here. 3rd and 15. Strike, Penn State. Penn State now 3 for 3 on 3rd downs on this drive. After that 17-yard gain, pressure coming to Clifford, and he just gets rid of it. 2nd and 10, again, a pass rusher comes free from the Maryland 42-yard line. Clifford looking right, left, pressure coming. And the Maryland defense stepping up again. It was Jordan Mosley in coverage. Told us he was going to mix it up, bring pressure from a lot of different places. He had a plan in place, and so far it's working pretty well. And the ball touched inside the 10-yard line by Penn State and put some points on the board. And not a whole lot going in the run game for Maryland. Penny Boone.
I like that back. I like him. He is a big guy. They just need to get more out of him. Detroit, Michigan, 245 pounds. Going head-to-head with Brandon Smith, that great linebacker.
Quick pass outside, room out past the 20-yard line, and that is Okonkwo on the catch from his tight end position. The senior from Powder Springs, Georgia.
They're getting him involved, and he's detached a lot. Not been attached to the line of scrimmage as much, although he is now.
Tagovailoa puts his head down. Quarterback sneak on 3rd and 1. And it looked like they got a little push.
They're going to bring out the sticks on it, I believe. Ellis Brooks was right on him.
It's all about the spot here, Petros, as you know, and they give him the first down. Fleet Davis making one-man miss, head down out to the 30-yard line.
With a little bit of space there to take it 5 yards, set up this 2nd and 5.
Almost a little miscommunication on the handoff. That was Fleet Davis. Jalen Faamatau in the game at running back, 3rd and 2. Tagovailoa keeping it himself, and you can see the quickness of that Penn State defense. Brandon Smith on again is the junior punter, Anthony Pecorello. And Dotson again calls for the fair catch at the 35-yard line.
Football in 60 is presented by Rocket Mortgage. For the playbook on home loans, Rocket can.
The last few drives, he is 11 for 11, but Penn State desperately trying to establish this run game.
But it looks like a real concerted effort in this game, Dan, to get those run plays called and executed.
That 9-yard run by Kane, the longest of the day, keeping it on the ground again, and they pick up the first down.
It's easier for us to lock up the East Coast. They are the premier program on the East Coast.
Clifford thinks about throwing it, has to tuck it.
But they've been able to make up some of these negative yardage situations with throws.
First sack of the season for Baylor. Kane. Quick pass left side, missed tackle. Parker Washington. Kane wrapped up right away. Okonkwo. You made it if you have a statue. Clifford airing it out over the fingertips of Washington. 3 of 4 on third down since they started the game, 1 for 4. Clifford rolling out to his left, over the middle, and it looks like he was trying to hit Jahan Dotson. Stout down to the 14-yard line.
They're a good-looking football team. I think just the lack of a run game has been kind of the equalizer.
Another drop.
But has not been able to get hot. Credit the Penn State defense.
This time he does hold on. Okonkwo puts his head down on 2nd and 10. That was Tariq Castro Fields coming in for Penn State.
Castro Fields, another Maryland guy, a corner, showing some great ability to come up and tackle there on a big tight end.
On first down, goes to the air and picks up another one. Ty Felton on the catch from Maryland. This is one of the receivers.
And now is Tagovailoa getting hot.
Keeping it on the ground here with Fa'amatau. Ashburn, Virginia, the home of the Washington football team. On the other side of the Potomac, but still the DMV, as they call it, the District, Maryland, and Virginia. A fertile recruiting area. Tagovailoa across his body over the middle, and the tight end Okonkwo makes the catch again. Talk about arm strength, rolling to his right, throwing across his body to the middle of the field.
That's vintage Tagovailoa, and his brother too. Brandon Smith and Joey Porter were in the area, but just threads that ball to Okonkwo right between the two of them, and he is finding his rhythm on this drive late in this first half.
18-yard gain. Tagovailoa throwing again, this time inside the 30-yard line is Corey Dyches. Using those tight ends to perfection on this drive.
Usually it's Okonkwo who's the guy. That's the 13th reception on the year for Dyches, and he's starting to distribute and feel it.
Maryland using the tempo. Again, quick throw from Tagovailoa over the middle, and Maryland is moving. Ty Felton on his second catch this drive. Joey Porter on the stop for Penn State.
Got to hold those excellent linebackers with the fake, and he did with Fa'amatau, as Joey Porter Jr. is a little slow to get up here.
Tagovailoa to the corner of the end zone.
You got to turn around and play the ball.
Ball on the 2-yard line. Fa'amatau, is he in? Yes, he is. Touchdown, Terps. And it's no good. Talking about Ron Zook, went down to work with Zook at Florida, followed him to Illinois. Here's Lovett. The consistency that they're looking for here in College Park. 2nd and 5. Lovett again, strong run. Looks like he picks up the first down. And it was Isaiah Hazel on the stop after Penn State does pick up the first down. From the 35, Clifford with time. And he airmails Brenton Strange. 11 straight completions, now just 2 of his last 10. And they're keeping it on the ground here. Gonna run another play here and keep it on the ground with Lovett, and they pick up the first down, so the clock's gonna stop for a minute. Coley on the tackle for Maryland.
Felt like they're pretty
content.
Yeah, just good with going in. Maryland only 3 rushing yards. We talked about the time of possession already, but they're in it.
From the 25, fakes the handoff, rolling out to his right, and just in front of the sticks.
To get that ball out to Fleming.
On 2nd and 1, some room for Maryland out to the 50-yard line. And the quick pass out to the left side, Fleet Davis. And Maryland starting to move, Jair Brown on the stop.
That was really nicely done by Fleet Davis. Running backs should not have to catch the ball that far away from their body. Tagovailoa will tell you that, but he was able to haul that in and then make some moves.
And again, keeping it on the ground with Fleet Davis. Brown there for Penn State. 3rd and 2 for Tagovailoa from the 43-yard line. And they keep it on the ground. Head down for Matau, dragging Nittany Lions with them out of bounds. Tagovailoa chased out of the pocket. And they talked about it, about how he could run when he needed to. He doesn't, certainly a missed call by the officials, according to our rules expert, Mike Pereira.
That's a missed call by the officials on the sideline. Pretty blatant.
Throwing on 3rd and 10. Tipped ball, nearly picked off. Been a busy day for Anthony Pecorella. And that is going to work out well for Maryland. And Walker, recruited by the Terps and Penn State, out of North Point High School, from Waldorf, Maryland. Clifford to Lee. Lee smacked out of bounds by Levante Gator. 2nd down coming up after the 4-yard gain.
I've been impressed with Maryland's tackling after the catch.
And Lee again picks up maybe 2. Hippolyte from that middle linebacker spot coming in.
Okuwanu too. Those guys, big-time leaders coming through on 2nd down to create this 3rd down moment. And the great kick has an opportunity to put Penn State behind, but they've converted a lot of these 3rd downs throughout this game.
Throwing on 3rd and 3. Here's Clifford. Does he do it with his feet? Stretches for the 1st down, and it looks like they're going to give it to him. Puts the ball on the 16-yard line. Good for a 1st down for Penn State. Lee trying to find some room. Maryland trying to rip that ball right out of his hands. Here comes a pressure, quick pressure, able to get it off right away is tight end Theo Johnson there. Kevon Lee remains in at running back. Keandre Lambert-Smith in motion to the bottom of your screen. Clifford quickly on 3rd and 4. Dotson makes the catch, picks up the 1st down.
That's what we talked to Brian Stewart about. You know, get him out of these 3rd and kind of manageable situations. You got 3rd and 4, that guy can really create and be a target.
Lee had a little crease.
Really been a stalwart for the D today.
Here's Lee again. Initial contact.
No game-breaking runs yet from the Nittany Lions. This is a passing offense, which is the threat.
.70 yards on the ground for Penn State. And they keep it on the ground again with some room, plus territory. Jahan Lee.
Opened things up tremendously for Sean Clifford in the pass game, and a couple guys banged up, Finau and Lee, after that play, it looked like.
That was a 15-yard gain for Jahan Lee. It's the first run of 10 or more yards in this game for Penn State. Still tight, 7-6, Penn State on top. There is Finau. The Maryland captains on defense being helped off the field. And it has been a slow, methodical, effective drive for Penn State. The 10th play coming up on the Maryland 46-yard line. Pressure coming from Maryland. They get to Clifford. He eludes it and is able to get it off to Lee. Lee picks up the first down for Penn State. Nice play by Clifford.
Tagovailoa had to come out of the game for a play, and things really stalled for Maryland on offense.
And Clifford overshoots his tight end Tyler Warren.
Just been a big play team and not as much consistency as you'd expect.
Here's Kane inside the 30-yard line, but he's upended by Mosley. Talk about the sure tackling of Mosley this entire game. Third and 4 from the Maryland 27. Quick pass to Lambert Smith.
The edge, good timing.
Plenty of time for Clifford into the end zone. Dotson, touchdown, Nittany Lions. 100-yard game for Dotson.
Football in 60 is presented by Rocket Mortgage. For the playbook on home loans, Rocket can.
Both have to play Michigan and Michigan State. On first down, Tagovailoa to throw. Just a little behind, but able to make the catch. Okonkwo has made amends after that early drops, made a couple of nice grabs.
He has, and he's been there for his quarterback, and some of those over-the-middle throws have been a little errant.
How about that run by Tayon Fleet-Davis? Puts his foot in the ground, turns it upfield, and picks up the first down before he's taken down by Jair Brown.
Terps' first 6 drives only had 3 yards rushing, and the last drive had 26 yards rushing. They're starting to get it going, and they need to get Fleet-Davis going if they are. Coming off getting hurt last week, second half in Indiana.
Weren't sure how much we were going to see of Fleet-Davis after he left the game with an injury last week, but he is their leading rusher and the only running back on the field for Maryland who's averaging over 5 yards per carry. 7 carries, 36 yards for Fleet-Davis. Tagovailoa eludes the rush and completes the pass.
This is where they've stalled in this game, around this part of the field.
Again, it's Jarrett now. His 4th catch of the game, breaks 1 tackle, stays in bounds, and then fights his way inside the 20-yard line.
Fisher was right there to see if that heel touched out, and it didn't look like it did. Rakim Jarrett from Palmer Park, Maryland, getting loose on this drive from his Z receiver position.
The most explosive player on the field for Maryland today. And they get the ball to him again. Why not? Jarrett inside the 10. Jair Brown on the stop, but this is somebody they want the ball in his hands. A 5-star prospect coming out of St. John's College High School in the district, originally committed to LSU. Michael Loxley got him to flip to Maryland. He did the same thing with Stephon Diggs, who committed to Ohio State back in the day, a good counsel kid. He ended up coming to Maryland. Oh, ball's down! Ball's down! Penn State recovers. Bad snap. Jair Brown jumps on the ball for the Nittany Lions. What a bad break for Maryland.
Though that's pretty demoralizing.
After the play was over. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Defense, number 16. Half the distance to the goal. First down. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct. Defense, number 1. Half the distance from that spot. First down. That is each player's first unsportsmanlike conduct foul.
Spencer Anderson moves from right tackle to center today. His first start of the season at center. The high snap to Tagovailoa, and then the ball bounces into Fleet Davis. Penn State recovers now inside the 5-yard line. A bad break for Maryland as they were inside the red zone with an opportunity to put some more points on the board. But now Penn State started their last drive on the 5-yard line, drove 95 yards down the field. A similar situation here, looking at 2nd and 6 coming up.
Terps have overcome a lot of adversity in this game to keep it manageable, but that's the first turnover of the game for either team, and a pretty big blow. See what Penn State has in store offensively, and if the Terps can hold up.
There's Lovett. 3 receivers to the top of your screen for Clifford. Pressure coming from Maryland. Clifford lets it go, and it's over the head of Parker Washington. So the Maryland defense does its job when they needed to most. Latez Rogers.
Man, that mixed extra point looms large, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Here's still at the 50-yard line, and there is nowhere to go. Leah Tagovailoa can do here. Tough running by Maryland, challenge. Quick pass on 2nd and 6. 3rd and short for Maryland.
Tight ends on the short side here.
And there is Fa'amatau. Trying to squeeze it in there to Okonkwo, and he does. What a bullet that was from Tagovailoa.
How did Okonkwo end up with that? And now they're running pace.
And again, Okonkwo with the catch. Tries to squeeze in a similar pass to Carlos Carrier, not able to connect. Fa'amatau remains in at running back. On 3rd and 3, Tagovailoa to the end zone, not able to connect. Looking for Carrier again. Little shovel pass inside for Maryland, and they pick up the first down. It's Okonkwo again.
What a play call by Dan Enos, the OC.
8-yard pickup. Fa'amatau picks up a couple there. Tariq Castro Fields on the stop. That's exactly how you drew that up. 4th and 3. Just outside the 20.
In your playbook, you have a short yardage. You know, that play, the players know that they're going to go to that. They executed it beautifully.
10th play of the drive coming up. Tagovailoa to the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland. Corey Dyches wide open for the score.
Pulling around for some protection and getting the ball to Dyches. So much Okonkwo, and they get it to the other tight end on the left side. What do you do in this situation for the extra point?
You go for 2, baby. Which is exactly what they're going to do. Prior to that, The Terps just 1 of 3 in the red zone. They had a punt, they had a turnover, and they had a score.
And if they didn't just run the play they ran on 4th down 2 plays ago, I would call that the shovel pass.
It looks like they're going to call a timeout here.
Talia knows how costly that is. Should have been able just to line up and run that play. Loxley said as well.
Tagovailoa with 260 passing yards today. On pace for his 6th 300-yard game, but he's not thinking about that right now. He's just thinking about tying this game up. And this is what you work on in practice all the time, right? You have 4 or 5 plays for the situation.
Say this is what we do situationally. Everybody puts it in on a certain day of the week. Here's us, 2-point conversion. Here's us in short yardage. Here's goal line. Here's red zone. Base offense. All of that stuff is installed. You should know what's going on, but in the midst of battle, things get certainly confused. We'll see if that comes back to bite Maryland, just like that missed extra point.
Terps trying to tie it up. Tagovailoa does just that. Okonkwo. One tight end scores the touchdown. The other tight end scores the 2-point conversion. A touchdown as they tie things up here early in the 4th quarter. That's Lovett hopping over a couple of potential tacklers and then wrapped up at the 21-yard line and facing the most important drive of the game so far. Clifford tries to roll out of the pocket. 2nd and 17 now, backed up inside their own 15. Clifford with time, over the middle, Dotson with room, out past the 50, Dotson is gone. Jahan Dotson responsible for every Penn State touchdown here tonight. 8 catches, 189 yards.
Kind of kill that momentum that Maryland had going.
We have 13 minutes and 55 seconds of football here at Maryland Stadium. Ooh. Jahan Fleet Davis. Second and 12 now from the 23. Nothing going there. It was
same type of deal. One guy in a stance right here.
Just a 3-man rush, a delayed rusher comes in, and Tagovailoa is running for his life, nowhere to go. That 3rd rusher was Ellis Brooks from his middle linebacker position, just kind of a delayed blitz there. Well, things could have been worse. Tagovailoa lucky to get rid of that ball without more damage being done. Dotson drifting back, calling for the fair catch around the 25-yard line.
Knows exactly where all his limbs are when he's moving down the field.
Kevon Lee on the carry for Penn State. They would love nothing more than to eat up 6 or 7 minutes of clock and find the end zone again, but that has been the Achilles heel for them this year, is running the football. So far, 91 yards on the ground for Penn State. They came in averaging just 109 per game. And not going anywhere on the ground this time. Noah Keane absolutely swallowed up Mosiah Nasili-Kite.
Dotson reminds me a little of Bobby Ingram, the slot receiver who played for the Bears and the Seahawks, who was also a star for Penn State. Maybe John Ross who was at Washington, a slider guy that can just fly and nasty with the ball in his hand.
John Ross with the fastest time ever at the NFL Combine. 3rd and 8 here. Off the hands of Parker Washington. 4th down.
How many opportunities you willing to give Tagovailoa to tie this game up? He's getting hot here in the second half.
Jordan Stout. And that one, couldn't tell if they got a piece of it or not, but they were really close. Not an ideal punt coming. Going to be really good field position for Maryland. Ready for a win and ready to head to Bentley's after that win.
A lot of love in the stands at College Park.
Always is, Petros, always is. Tagovailoa drops it in there to Marcus Fleming. 1st down, Terps on the move.
And Tagovailoa has done a good job of fitting it in there. They've had the one unfortunate fumble on the high snap, but nothing else.
This time keeping it on the ground. Famatau picks up a few. And again, running tempo, which they have done for the vast majority of this game. Quick pass outside to his tight end, Okonkwo. 21 players from Maryland on their roster, including 5 starters on defense. Tagovailoa through the hands.
4th and 7 situation for Maryland, and not that they're running out of time, but they're going to go. Kind of in no man's land anyway.
Famatau with Tagovailoa in the backfield, and it looks like the offensive lineman jumped Jalen Duncan.
5-yard penalty, 4th down.
See how this changes things. Duncan just gets that left leg back early, starts his pass set early.
And now, instead of going for it, forced to punt. And ball just doesn't take the bounce the Terps needed into the end zone. Clifford right at 300 yards for the game. And he throws again, tries to squeeze it in there to Dotson. It was Jacorian Bennett. He had him wallpaper.
Played through the man that time, did Jacorian Bennett, and really good coverage on a great receiver.
Jacorian Bennett, the senior from Mobile, Alabama, and Hutchinson Community College, leads the Big Ten in pass breakups per game. You can add another one to that. Here's Clifford on 2nd and 10. Quick pass to Dotson. Dotson goes for 2, maybe 3 yards. Tarheeb still.
Is that Ukawanu down? That's tough for Maryland. They need him down the stretch.
Indeed it is. He is their sack leader and has been a force this entire season. And Michael Loxley knows that this is the type of signature win, if they could come back to get it, that he hasn't had since he's been at Maryland this time around. 3rd and 7 here.
There's Dotson.
Not Dotson, instead it's the slot receiver Parker Washington. Cross was there, as was Gator.
They have a lot of field to work with, and they spread you out. They protect Clifford. It's really hard to defend these guys on 3rd down.
Going up top, has a man and not able to hold on. And here's Lee, has a little room. He's going to pick up the 1st down. 6th play of the drive for Penn State. Clock is their friend at this point. And that's Theo Johnson conducting traffic there on the Penn State offense on 2nd and 8. Rolling out to his left. And incomplete. Clifford on 3rd and 8. Here's Dotson with plenty of room inside the 40, down the sideline. Dotson again. Right off the hands of Lee. Looking to the right side. Again, it's Dotson wrapped up at the 6-yard line. Just over the head of Dotson.
Overall, you watch the game and you say, well, they've done a pretty good job containing him, but every time he makes a catch, it seems to go for an explosive and way beyond.
Right at the goal line. It's now or never for Talia Tungavailoa, and that's going to help their cause.
Lucky to have him in this game. He catches that ball and then comes underneath. Matau can't offer that in his skill set. See how this 2-minute style of offense that Maryland's going to be in throughout affects him.
Breaks a tackle, picks up a couple extra yards as a Okonkwo. First down after the 5-yard gain. Tungavailoa. Followed up by that 2-point conversion by Okonkwo. Now down by 10, 2nd and 4, just over 5 minutes to go in the game. And again, it's Jalen Duncan from that left tackle spot.
71. 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Honorable mention, all Big Ten player last year was Duncan. Flags flying in the backfield. That one's complete to Rakim Jarrett.
Holding. Offense number 78.
That was a nice gain. It would have been a first down and then some. Now looking at 2nd and 19. Tungavailoa complete to Brian Cobbs. Tungavailoa waits just a shade too long, and is it picked off? No, ball hit the ground, going for it here. Just a 3-man rush from Penn State, but they almost get to Tungavailoa directing traffic. Throws it into coverage and is picked off. Jaquan Brisker with the interception for the Nittany Lions.
Holding. Defense number 9. A 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. First down.
Tungavailoa dumps it off. Looking at 2nd and 1 on the Penn State 40. Keeping it on the ground. I like that. A little different than BYOB.
Or be your own blocker.
As I know it anyway. Up top, and there comes the flag. Again, it's Joey Porter. Rakim Jarrett.
15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
Matau split up top. Jarrett takes a hard hit.
Don't have to go for it on 4th down and go for the end zone.
9th play of the drive coming up. And he's picked off. Tungavailoa is picked off. It's Jair Brown who's going to go the distance. A pick 6 for Penn State here in College Park.
Maryland pass intercepted by Jahan Dotson.
And it was just a great play on the ball by Jair Brown. It was Daryl Jones, the receiver that Tungavailoa was trying to get it into. 17 unanswered points by Penn State after Maryland tied the game up at 14 with the 2-point conversion.
Still showing a lot of frustrated body language is Tungavailoa.
That's Corey Dyches on the catch. And that was one of the things during that 3-game losing streak for Maryland, was he wasn't shaking off mistakes as quickly as they wanted him to, but he did a much better job in that win over Indiana. And it, Tagovailoa whips it over the middle. Senior from Alexandria, Virginia, versatile, very valuable all over the field, plays special teams. And here's Tagovailoa putting the ball on the ground. 2nd and 19. Tagovailoa.
A lot of closing and tackling from this Penn State defense. Really impressed with the secondary.
Dupree on the catch. Good old Dumble numbers getting this again, and that one dropped. Get them bowl eligible. And after leading them to bowl games in 6 straight seasons, that is now secured that Penn State will be back. Coming on the road and weathering a Maryland storm. All tied up in the 4th quarter. James Franklin shaking hands with his old buddy Michael Loxley.